Let's call on noted defense attorney Geoffrey Nathan, who's Skyping in from Boston to talk more about this. Realistically, does Dick Cheney need to worry about this? Or more to the point, Geoffrey, do some folks in the CIA right now need to worry about their legal exposure in terms of international criminal charges?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone is lawyering up right now, as they should, for two reasons. One, there's the possibility of a worldwide war crimes prosecution. Secondly, who knows whether Obama's administration is going to reconsider its executive decision not to prosecute in this regards, JD.
So, as far as you're concerned, this is still very active. Let's stay here in this country first, then we'll go back to the international situation. With what is going on over and above the president's stated intention, what legally needs to happen to eliminate the legal exposure for these people here within the United States?
A pardon from the President of the United States, and then everyone can put their handkerchiefs away and stop dampening their brow. And until that happens, I think the individuals involved, from the White House all the way down to the players inside the detention centers, really need to start formulating a defense so it could be implemented if and when they're charged.
Obviously, the president constitutionally has that pardon power. Politically, even though he's a lame duck, I think about those on his left. They wouldn't be happy with that. Is there some other tool the Justice Department could use to immunize these people en masse?
Well, yes, they could offer them letter immunity in exchange for their true and complete, it's called a proffer session, just so that the individuals who designed, implemented, and executed the torture program could make a full statement so that we really have the truth. Because I think what's needed here is the truth, not necessarily a criminal prosecution resulting in incarceration, JD.
Now, perhaps more perilously in terms of legal exposure, let's turn to the International Criminal Court. You're talking about a possible worldwide war crimes tribunal, and given the interesting perception of those in these different international bodies, it seems they hold the United States front and center for abuses, and for whatever reason aren't particularly concerned about Islamo-fascists. Is there a clear and present double standard on the part of the UN and other international entities? We've got about a minute and a half left in this segment.
Sure. I'm not so certain about a double standard. I just think that in the world court context, it would be terribly difficult for war crimes investigators, frankly, to assemble the requisite evidence to convict. They may be able to get enough evidence to, say, get out an arrest warrant, but taking it to the next level of a conviction would be a terribly difficult task.
And if they even begin any legal action in the International Criminal Court, CIA officials and former Bush officials are obliged to have legal representation and to answer even preliminary queries on this? 30 seconds.
I think they'd be crazy not to have legal advice from individuals who are knowledgeable enough to tell them what, if anything, to say, or whether or not they should just keep their mouth shut and hope and pray that there's no arrest warrants that emanate out of a worldwide investigation in regards to the abuse matter.
Well, the notion of legal advice is one thing. The resources one would have to utilize to get that done, especially on a government bureaucrat's salary, could be troubling. Geoffrey, we appreciate the fact you're here. We're going to take a break now, bring you back to talk more about the threat of international prosecution for Americans in international court. Stay with us.